Hi everyone, welcome to our first week of our Lantern journey, Sparks in the Dark. And on this first week, we're going to talk about the darkness before the dawn. In our daily life, as we know, things are not always goes like what we want to. And our spiritual journey is not always filled with light and joy at all times. Sometimes we feel tired, we feel stressed, we feel burnout, we have depressions, and we have grief, we feel lost, and sometimes we experience the uncertainty. Also, sometimes the busyness of our life, because the noise out there is so loud, and sometimes we forget to tend our relationship with God. And all of a sudden, we come to the seasons of darkness. And I know you might have experienced this too, that there is the weight of heaviness in our life because the season of darkness that we're experiencing. And we start to wonder, where is God in the midst of it all? And on this journey, we're going to use Psalm to guide us. Today, we're going to use Psalm 3, verse 5b, where David reminds us, even though the sorrow linger for the night, the joy comes in the morning. The darkness is real, but it's not the end of things. In the midst of the wilderness, we can also feel God's presence, and God is there with us. And in the Bible, we see a lot of stories about that, where God is present in the midst of the wilderness, in the midst of darkness in our life. Like the Israelites, they have to be in the desert for 40 days before go to the promised land, and then Jesus have to fast for 40 days before entering the ministries, and then later have to go through the crucifixions before the Easter day, and have to be in the tomb 3 days before he was raised from the dead. So the same things with us too. Sometimes, we need to know and appreciate the darkness before we come to know the dawn, we come to know about the light. And like the seeds, it has to be planted in a dark soil before it grows. So that's also represents sometimes, the darkness is also the space where the transformations happen. So this week, I invite you, maybe take about 5 minutes just to sit in a dark, not in a fear, but in a trust and hope, and see where is God, and pray, where is God in the midst of that situations. And if you someone who like to journal or to draw, you can journal that experience, or you can draw your feeling and see where that bring you. And if you're someone who like to do some movement, you can take a walk, and as you walk, ponder and notice and think, where is God's presence in your journey? Maybe it comes through the shadows, but don't run away from the dark, because that's not the end of it. There is hope, and the light is coming. So tune in to next week.